Hello everyone, it's a channel update. Made some changes and going through some changes. I got rid of the Infiniti EX35 and my QX80. We traded it for two other cars. One is going to be this 2016 QX60. This one's loaded except for the theater package, so it's still pretty loaded. We don't really need the TVs in the back of the headrest. We don't have any kids, so I got this a couple of weeks ago for $25,000. It's in really good shape, really no defects. This thing was rattling and I fixed that in 2 minutes. So I'll do a tour on this thing. And I also got a Lexus LS430 that's gonna be my daily. I'll talk about that later, but first let's take a look at this QX60. Got a 3.5 liter engine. I think it makes around 265 horsepower. Not really important. It gets the job done. The reason why I say not really important, because it runs on CVT. It's pretty good on gas. Averages 22 miles per gallon on regular fuel. I was gonna say, yeah, that's all because of the CVT. It's very smooth, surprisingly. Very roomy inside. We'll take a look. This is gonna be my wife's primary vehicle. As you can tell, she's already put her accessories on there. Got the brown interior. Let's go in here. Pretty nice interior, really in good shape. Came with all-weather mats and everything. Of course, your standard sunroof here. For Infiniti vehicles, especially for the older designs, they have very narrow sunroofs, but it gets the job done. I'm gonna go start this vehicle. It's hot. Right now it's got 68,000 miles. I got it with 67,000 miles. Actually, I'm sorry, the average miles per gallon went up 24.2 miles per gallon, so that's very good on regular gas. Like I said, it's in really good condition. We just leave it on the standard mode. You can put it on sport mode, so the revs hang longer on the higher RPMs. Heated and cold seats. Actually, the cold seats on this one is probably the best I've ever felt. It actually cools it, not just ventilates your butt. Actually makes, it's actually air conditioning. Dash looks okay. I'm not a big fan of any infotainment screens on any cars, no matter what. Unless I can play YouTube videos on it, then you got my attention. Pretty cool gauge. This one, the main reason why I got this thing is because, the price, 25 grand, 67,000 miles in immaculate condition. Brown leather, not the boring beige or black. I also like the this button right here. Opens the panoramic sunroof for the rear passengers. Pretty nice. That's good for fall and spring season. Very roomy second row. I mean, look at that leg interior, the leg room. Oh my goodness. It's got a third row too, which I'll show it to you guys later. What else? Standard Infiniti infotainment. This is actually the older one. They refreshed it on the 2017 models, but still, it's, unless you can watch YouTube videos on it or Netflix while driving, then I don't really care. One of the things, really, that the reason why I got this thing is because it came with the Infiniti safety suite, where the most important thing is the automatic emergency braking. Where some car suddenly stops in front of you, the vehicle will actually brake for you. I've actually experienced that so many times where I had to do an emergency brake situation and I just couldn't keep up with it because it happened too quickly, but the system did it for me. So you know, it saved me from hitting the guy in front of me. So that's a very important feature for me. Other than that, I mean, it's a great vehicle. Extremely smooth, extremely quiet, very stable at high speed, very little road noise and wind noise. And as a bonus, the sound system on this thing is actually one of the best I've heard in any car. That's including that LX 570, that 2019. That one's got the Mark Levinson on it. I think it's got like almost 21 speakers or something crazy like that. Even sounds better than that. Sounds better than the LX 570. It may even rival, it might even be better than my previous what is that, Nissan Titan XD Cummins. That one had a phenomenal sound system, but this one might even be better. That one had Rockford Fosgate, this one had a Bose system. So AC on this thing cools pretty quickly. Yeah, overall a good car, very easy to drive. It's not a minivan, but it's, as far as handling goes, it's almost as easy to drive as a minivan. Think of it as a taller sedan, because it's really a crossover, not an SUV. You know, it's got all the tech features here. Let's go to the second row. Oh god, it's so hot in Houston. Dang it. Okay. Put this in the back. Here's the back seat. Look how much legroom you have. You can also, you know, slide this forward and back, so you can give your passengers in the third row more room. So this is my position with the driver's side, and I still have, golly, plenty of legroom. And the seat is reclined. Of course, you can, you know, straighten it up a little bit. It's very comfortable in here, good for long trips. The downside is not much HVAC going on in the back seats. You only got this thing, which is not enough for Houston. You do have chargers here and, you know, heated seats. But yeah, the main weakness as far as Houston weather goes, when it's hot, not enough ventilation in the back. You ideally want it here at the top. You know, this is barely adequate. I've got the tonneau cover on right now, so I may not be able to show you guys the third row, but you can find those in other YouTube videos. But it's very roomy there. Lots of cargo space. Look at the giant speakers in the back over there. Let's demo this thing. This is one of my favorite features here. It's nice to use when it's not hot. You know, you get the nice clear blue skies, and yeah, if you're a passenger in the back seat, it's very nice to have. Let me close that back. Let's see. Yeah, other than that, it's a great vehicle. Got it in a couple of weeks ago. I mean, whoever drove it kept it in pretty good condition. Came with the all-weather floor mats here. All maintenance were done. There's no body damage, not even a scuff or a dent. So I barely cleaned it too. You know, there were some marks in the headliner, but it took no more than 5 minutes to clean it. So I think I got pretty lucky with this car. So all right, let's move on to the other car. Yeah, damn, it's hot. All right, that's the Infiniti QX60. Fantastic car. This is actually, you know, just the Infiniti version of the Nissan Pathfinder. This one looks way better. In my opinion, the older Pathfinder, where this thing is based on, is it's ugly. Yep, I think the white looks the best, and then followed by the gray colored one. Very smooth, very smooth. All right, let's move on to the next vehicle. This is a I picked this up yesterday. I got it from United Auto Group. This is $13,000. They weren't negotiating at all because it's in such high demand. This is a 2005 model, so it's 16 years old. $13,000 for a 16-year-old car it's not cheap. But there's a reason why they're expensive. Okay, if you guys just Google Lexus LS430, I mean you'll get the information. But basically what it is, it's one of the best cars Lexus has ever made. You know, that's the short summary of it. Let's take a look and let's just do a walk around. I mean, it's pretty good condition. There's some marks here, the front bumper, but I don't really care about the marks like that because it's a 16-year-old car and it's only $13,000. Who cares? HID projector lenses. It actually moves side to side, up and down, based on how you're driving, where you're going, or how the road turns. This one's got 17-inch wheels, which is what I want for a smoother ride. You can go up to you know, sky's the limit, I guess. It's still in pretty good shape. I think you can put 20s on this thing, but 17s is ideal, so you'll have a smoother and quieter ride. It's got tint all over, sunroof, really in good condition. UAGDallas.com. They had two LS430s. This one is $1,000 more than the other one, but it's got the nav. I need that for the backup camera, at least. Right there. Yeah, so it looks really good for a 16-year-old car. It's not perfect, but I mean, 16-year-old car looking like this, that's fantastic. Let's go on the inside. Some of the problems it's having right now, or has, that I'll be fixing, is that you have a smart key here, but it's not opening because the connection in the trunk for the locking system is corroded. So I need to clean the contacts. That's an easy fix. It'll take me 5 minutes when I have the time. You can still unlock it, normal method. Here's the interior, very clean. No damages, no tears on the seats. 114,000 miles. Dash looks good. It's not warped. It's not melting like my Avalon. I love the old school wood interior, and it's actually real wood. And all the wood here, just a nice. They all came from the same tree, you know. So all this wooden pieces, all the trims, all from the same tree, including steering wheel. All right, let's go start this up because it's hot. Is it on? Oh my God, it's so smooth and quiet. I don't even know if it's on. No, it's not on. All right, so now it's on. There it is. 114,000 miles. I get about, on the highway on regular gas, maybe 22 miles per gallon. It's got a V8 on there. I just put it on regular ECT mode. Power mode if you want more acceleration, so the revs hang higher and longer. Massive glove compartment. I'll talk more about that later. You know, rear view mirror. You got all this crap over here for the sunshine. Look how much wider it is compared to the Infiniti models. Infotainment screen. It's old, what can I say, but still works surprisingly. I like the hard buttons here for the HVAC controls. One interesting thing is that thing sweeps. I've never seen that before. Kind of useless in my opinion, but hey, it's there. Look at that tape deck. six disc CD changer. We got, what do you call this thing? The rear sunshade. It's broken, so when I press it, you see it's broken. I could fix that. It's a $100 fix, but I won't fix that today. I don't need it. Heated and cooled seats. Your dirty old man ashtray. You can actually move this for your passenger without having to reach down there, so they can stretch out, right? VIP status. 2-layer console. Got another cigarette lighter here. Just use that for charging. Got HVAC controls on the back. Very roomy back seats. It's too bad you can't recline the seats though. This is not the ultimate edition or ultra luxury edition where you can have where you can recline and stretch out in the back. But you know, I don't sit in the back while I'm driving. Memory seats. You know, all power door locks and everything. You know, typical Toyota power mirrors and all that stuff. What do you call this? Parking sensors. This is for your headlights if you want to turn off the, what do you call that? Automatic, whatever, where the headlights track your how you're driving, so it can illuminate the road better. Smart key. Like I said, it's not working correctly because of corroded connections, but I'll fix that. Very smooth to drive. As far as Bluetooth streaming goes, I actually have to use this thing. It's a Bluetooth tape deck I got from Best Buy. Sounds really decent for $30. You charge it for an hour and it's good for 10 hours of Bluetooth streaming. So I mean, that's a good option for anyone not wanting to spend, you know, for a newer head unit from eBay. You know, you can get one from China where it's 9-inch screen, but you know, it's got mixed reviews. You can get a $600 one if you want, but you won't, you know, it'll work good, but you'll lose the hard buttons. So what I opted for is the Grom V-Line 2, which is coming next week. Easy install. You remove this thing, you plug it in the back of the connector. It's a piggyback system, and then you put the unit in the glove box. It's about the same size as this the booklet, so I'll do that next week. Other than that, I mean, the Mark Levinson sounds pretty good. Very roomy, very quiet inside. I drove this thing you know, from Dallas to Houston for 5 hours or 4 hours. I don't even remember. Don't have any complaints as far as you know, the vehicle. No rattles. Everything you know, was fine as far as long drives go. Very comfortable. I mean, really no complaints. AC blows cold. V8, very smooth ride. Even smoother. This is probably the smoothest vehicle that we have. Even smoother than the LX570. Smoother than the Avalon, and that one was really smooth. So here's how I rank my vehicle so far. This one would be number one as far as the smoothest powertrain goes. You got your Avalon second, and then the QX60, and then finally the you know, LX570 and the QX80. Other than that, I think this is a very good vehicle. This is gonna be my daily. That's my current daily right there. That's a company car. That's 2017 Chevy Malibu. You know, for a 4-year-old vehicle, it's such a noisy car. I think the tires need to be changed already. But I already ordered a 2022 model. What do you call that? Equinox, to replace it. So, well, I'm leaving the current company I'm working for right now for a better opportunity. That's why I need a personal vehicle. They don't provide company vehicles for that company. The base pay is 30% higher, so, and a lot less working hours. So I'll take that any day. Look how roomy the back seat is. I mean, it's no tears or nothing. It's in perfect condition. $13,000 is quite expensive, but This is probably the best deal and the best condition vehicle within 500 miles in the month of June from Houston, Texas. There were two similar miles, about 114,000 miles. The other one sold. That one was actually selling for $14,000. This was $13,000. I mean, I didn't get to check out the other one, so I bought this one instead. So expensive vehicle, but it's well worth it. It's very smooth. I mean, if you Google or YouTube this vehicle, Lexus LS430, 2005, 2004, 2005, 2006, it's one of the better vehicles out there as far as used vehicles. All right, I guess I'll be making more videos of this thing. People love these cars. All right, guys.